A man who cannot bury his past has already buried his future. This ends now. In the next breath, you will learn the cut that severs yesterday and leaves only the path ahead. The mountain does not kneel to the storms it has endured. It stands with its face carved by lightning, its spine hardened by centuries of winter. You too carry the marks of every season, the windburn of betrayal, the frostbite of regret, the cracks where shame tried to take root. And yet, you stand, still breathing, still here. The untrained man looks at his past and sees a prison. The warrior sees a forge. Every failure, a hammer strike. Every loss, a flame. Every mistake, molten steel beaten into something sharper. You are not the blade you once were. You are the blade that emerged after the fire. Look into your own reflection, not in glass, but in the still water of your mind. Ask yourself, am I carrying my past, or am I being carried by it? One is a burden, the other is a death sentence. Musashi walked alone, not because the world abandoned him, but because he refused to let the ghosts of yesterday slow his stride. He did not regret what he had done, not because his past was flawless, but because the path forward demands both hands free. A swordsman with one hand chained to memory cannot cut clean. You must learn to move without dragging the corpses of your former selves. Those mistakes you made, they are no longer living. It is you who keeps feeding them, with your thought, your guilt, your self-punishment. Let them starve. A tree in the Japanese highlands will shed a branch broken by the storm. It will not tie it back. It will not mourn it. It will drop it into the soil, and from its decay grow stronger roots. So must you. Understand this. You cannot rewrite a single step already taken, but you can control the next one. The past is fixed stone. The present is your chisel. Most men look backward until the future crushes them. The warrior keeps his eyes on the horizon, knowing death itself waits there. He walks toward it without flinch, without apology, without the weight of yesterday slowing his pace. Do not let your enemy be a memory. Do not fight battles already lost. There is a war now, in this moment, for the man you will be when the sun sets today. Win that war, and yesterday cannot touch you. But I will ask you once more, and I want you to answer in the silence between breaths. If you laid down the weight of every mistake, who would you become tomorrow? You must understand, the man who keeps looking over his shoulder will never see the strike coming from the front. The enemy of today will not wait for you to finish grieving yesterday. Musashi faced countless duels. Some were over in moments. A single cut, the fight decided before the first step. Others dragged on, testing endurance, focus, and will. But in all of them, he never allowed his opponent to see the shadow of hesitation. Because hesitation is the scent of blood. Your past mistakes are hunters. They wait in the brush, silent but near, waiting for you to slow your step so they can leap. And each time you replay them, speak of them, kneel before them, you feed them. Stop feeding them. Starve them until they become bones buried in the soil of your discipline. In the art of the Yumi bow, the archer draws and holds without tremor, waiting for the single breath when the arrow must fly. One thought too many, and the shot is lost. One thought too many, and the fight is over. Pause here. Close your eyes, wherever you are. Breathe once. Call to mind the single mistake you have feared to let go. See it, not as a wound, but as a body on the field. You have already survived it. Now leave it where it fell. This is not weakness. This is tactical survival. In the wild, the Japanese wolf hunts in silence, never returning to ground it has already searched. It moves forward, always forward, because to linger is to starve. Your mind must do the same. And here is the truth. The discipline to let go is not gentleness. It is an act of violence against the grip of the past. It is cutting the rope without asking permission. It is breaking the altar you built to regret and scattering the stones into the river. Musashi wrote of becoming acquainted with every art, not because art is a pastime, but because mastery demands a mind unbound. The man chained to yesterday cannot learn the stroke of today's blade. He is too heavy, too slow, too full of noise to hear the rhythm of the fight. If you walk the warrior's path, you must make peace with this. The past will never be clean. It will always have dirt beneath its nails. But you are not bound to kneel and wash it forever. The way forward is not to erase, but to outgrow, so far and so fast that the man you once were cannot even keep up with your shadow. A warrior does not sharpen his blade against the same stone forever. Once the edge is honed, he seeks a harder stone, or he seeks battle. You have honed yourself on the stones of your mistakes long enough. If the edge is not sharp by now, it is not because the stone is wrong. It is because you refuse to strike with it. Musashi's life was not a tale of flawless steps. He was a man who killed at 13, a man who slept rough in the dirt while others slept under roofs, a man who knew hunger, cold, loss, and shame. And yet, when he faced the final years of his life, he faced them without bowing his head to the weight of all that came before. He had already buried his past, and because of that, he was free to move as he wished, swift as the hawk in descent, unbound as the river breaking winter's ice. Your freedom will not come when the past forgives you. It will come when you no longer ask it to. Look to the bamboo in the mountain wind. It bends when the storm pushes. But when the wind dies, it stands straight again, without storing the memory of its bending. It knows its shape. It returns to it without shame. You too must return to your shape, not the one that was broken, but the one you have forged since. The man you were cannot walk beside the man you are becoming. One must be left behind. This is the cut you must make. Do not kill the memory. Kill the hold it has on your hand. Do not bury the lesson. Bury the chain it came with. And when you have done this, do not look back to see if it follows. It will for a while. Let it fade. Keep walking. Because the path you walk now is not the path of who you were. It is the path of who you are willing to become. And the world will see the difference in the way you carry your blade, the way you meet the eyes of the day, the way you stand in silence without apology. So I will leave you with this. When the past calls your name, will you answer or will you keep walking? When regret whispers, answer with motion. When shame drags, answer with action. When fear rises, answer with the cut, the decision that breaks its hold. Begin each day with the strike you fear the most, so the rest of the day fights in your shadow. This is not abstract philosophy. This is the way of the blade. Discipline is the act of keeping your own word when no one is watching. It is saying no to comforts that dull your edge. It is training when the body resists. It is rising at the hour you said you would rise. The world will not wait for you to make peace with what is already gone. It will attack from every side: hunger, fatigue, temptation, doubt. Your only shield is presence. Your only sword is the choice you make right now. And so I ask you, for the final time, when tomorrow comes, will you walk as the prisoner of what was, or the master of what will be? Choose now. The path does not wait.